Hi, welcome to Dr. Medics. இன்னைக்கு நம்ம என்ன பார்க்க போறோம்னா limbic system. Limbic system. Limbic system is a complex system of cortical and subcortical structures that form a ring around the hilus of cerebral hemispheres. The limbus means ring. It is also known as limbic lobe. Earlier it was called as rhyncephalon. In the evolutionary development, the limbic system is one of the oldest parts of the brain. It is related to the olfactory lobe, found as a prominent structure in fishes, amphibians, reptiles, and mammals. Limbic system is primarily related to emotional part of our life and is extensively concerned with memory. So, limbic system is primarily related to what part of the brain? Emotional part of our life and with memory. So now the functions of the limbic system. There are 9 functions of the limbic system that are olfaction, regulation of endocrine glands, regulation of autonomic nervous system, regulation of food intake, control of circadian rhythm, regulation of sexual function, role in emotional state, role in memory, role in motivation. So the most of the systems are regulated mainly by the hypothalamus. There's more detailed video about the regulation of systems by hypothalamus. So you can go and check out in the YouTube channel. In this video, we will see all these things in a very subtle manner. And for the role of memory, the limbic system has a PAPS circuit. This is also we have covered earlier. There's a video in the YouTube channel. You can go and check out that. The first function is the olfaction, pyriform cortex and amygdala nucleus forms the olfactory cortex. That is olfactory centers. The olfaction is nothing but the smelling sense. In lower animals, the amygdaloid nucleus is concerned primarily with olfaction. So now the second function is the regulation of endocrine glands. Hypothalamus plays an important role in the regulation of endocrine glands. So the relationship between the hypothalamus and pituitary is called the hypothalamo-hypophyseal relationship or axis, where the hypothalamus secretes a hormone which are transported through the anterior pituitary and posterior pituitary. The tract where the hormones are transported from hypothalamus to the anterior pituitary or posterior pituitary is called the hypothalamo-hypophyseal axis or tract. The transportation of hormones from hypothalamus to anterior pituitary via hypothalamo-hypophyseal portal blood vessels. This is anterior. So for the posterior, hypothalamo-hypophyseal tract. So the third one is the autonomic nervous system. The autonomic nervous system is regulated by the hypothalamus under the limbic system. The things that are regulated under these systems are heart rate, BP, water imbalance or water balance, and body temperature. Fourth function is the regulation of food intake. The food intake is regulated by the hypothalamus along with the amygdaloid complex. There are feeding centers and satiety centers. These centers control the food intake and stoppage of food intake. Fifth function is the control of circadian rhythm. The circadian rhythm is controlled by the hypothalamus under the limbic system. This circadian rhythm has a fluctuations in physiological activities. The function is the regulation of sexual functions. The sexual functions is also regulated by the hypothalamus. It is responsible for the certain functions in the both male and female and in animals also. The seventh function is the regulation of emotional state, which is maintained by the hypothalamus and hippocampus. So memory is the eighth function. It is regulated by the hypothalamus and the PAPS circuit. The ninth function is the motivation. This is also regulated by the hypothalamus and the other structures of the limbic system. This have reward and punishment center.